Hey now, everybody. Welcome to the Geography Lab video here. This is for Geography 1L at Chabot College Physical Geography Lab. My name is Jeffrey Miller, and I am your instructor for this great semester here at Chabot. I'm remote. You're remote as well, as this is a remote class, a online class, online asynchronous, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a minute. But just wanted to be here, introduce myself, talk a little bit about the class, go over the syllabus, and kind of share some things with you to kind of help ensure that you'll be successful throughout the semester. Okay, so I want to start by sharing my screen, and I'm going to put my syllabus on the screen for you. Everybody, I'm in Canvas. Okay, so you have to have some familiarity with that. Just quick note, several of you are in my Geography 1, the lecture class. That's great. Some of you are not. Maybe you've had me in the past, maybe you haven't. Doesn't really matter. I just want to kind of put it out there and make it clear that these are two separate classes. And you need both classes to get the credits for transferring to a university. So while this course is very much related to the lecture course, not everything is exactly kind of aligned. Some of the things that are occurring in lecture, they just don't transfer over to an actual lab. And so we make a few deviations here and there. But hopefully you'll notice that there's some synergy between the two things as far as the lessons are concerned, and things should kind of it should make sense as you're going along. Not completely out of left field when it comes to type of lessons that we're covering here. So I'm gonna load up my syllabus, which y'all can do too by just clicking on this little link. Ready? Okay. And so we're talking about 1L, which is the lab. Again, like I said, it's a 1-unit course. It's really meant to be combined with your 1 course so that you can use them for transfer credits. These, excuse me, will fit the physical science requirement for CSUs, and I believe UCs as well. Anyways, get in touch with me via email. Here, this is my direct email. You can also reach me on the Canvas message board or like messenger thing. I don't have a phone number so through the college, so you have to email me to get in touch with me. But I'm here most days, sitting right at my computer, and I could more than likely get to you pretty quickly. If I don't, just be patient, and I'll respond as soon as possible. So this class is an online class. It is asynchronous, meaning that we don't do, Zoom meetings on a regular basis, or really any meetings for that matter, any classes on a regular basis. Asynchronous, giving you the freedom to kind of take the class at your free will, at your leisure, or I guess probably not leisure, maybe you consider it, but at your, convenience, let's put it that way, when you are capable of doing so. With that being said, it's really up to you to kind of stay on track, do the assignments on time. Really, there's more of a kind of independence involved with this, but kind of along with that goes the self-responsibility of, keeping yourself in the work mode, because I'm not the type that kind of knocks on your door and says, hey, where you been? Right? You haven't done any assignments. I'll just give you a 0 if I see things are not there. I'll just assume that you just didn't do the assignment. So stick with the assignments as they're assigned. We'll get into those here after the syllabus stuff. It's important to stay on track. All right. I am going to have office hours later on, like 3 weeks from now. I'm going to try to put them at a scheduled regular time at 3 o'clock on Tuesdays. For the first few weeks, I just want to kind of reiterate, the first few weeks, they're going to be by appointment only. And that's just because I have too many things on my own schedule, on my own calendar, kind of blocking that. But I'm trying to get through those items so that I can, have this regular time for you guys. Even if, there's not a regular time, say the first week, second week, and you need help with something, email me, ping me, and I will do my best to schedule a private Zoom with you. We can sit down for, 30 minutes or so at a time that works for both of us, and just sit here and work on, work on the labs. Cool. As far as the texts are concerned, I will be supplying that to you. Okay, so this is from another professor. It was kind of curated a few years back, and what I've done is I've chopped it up into little pieces that kind of work for each module. So there's no like, here's one big thing and you got to sort through the pages. I mean, you could definitely print the pages if you want, week by week, but more or less it's a me present it to you in the module kind of a thing. So just hang tight. Every module I will give you material that you will work directly from. Okay, so no need for you to buy anything, go to the bookstore or Amazon or whatever. I will hand that material over to you directly. Cool. Let's see. You do need to take Geography 1 either at the same time or from before. But you probably already know that if you got enrolled in here. So yeah, I'm not going to go over the description too much or the, let's see, objectives. Let me put it this way. If Geography 1 by itself is a Mother Nature, theory course, in here we're going to explore that a little bit deeper, and we're going to do more hands-on exercises to kind of help solidify that theory, help us understand from a different perspective. So for example, there's a theory behind maps, how we design, how we understand, how we read maps, or the globe, right? It's this thing called latitude and longitude navigation, our GPS. And so there's definitely theory behind that. And we have a whole module of that in the lecture class. In this class, we're going to look at those latitude and longitude coordinates and start to, like one example, we do a little bit of math and figure out, oh, well, what's the distance between two places on Earth by doing some simple arithmetic here. And then like, let's look at some time zones and figure out how far apart time zones are from one another by doing some paper types of exercises. And so the thing is, you will be submitting your work. I'm trying to think here. You will be submitting your work. We'll go over it on Canvas, how to actually do it. But it's meant to kind of tie all of that together. All right. So the same type of things, and particularly when it comes to the maps, I know I've mentioned this as an example, but particularly with the maps, the mapping sciences is like my specialty and expertise. It's where I decided to kind of really focus my research and just time on. And so you'll get a little bit more of that stuff than you would in probably a different 1L course. So yeah, there you go. That's what you have to look forward to. Let's keep going. I'll let you guys read the rest of this stuff on your own. As far as attendance, just to be clear, there's no official attendance because there's no official class time, but I do expect that you do the work on time, and it helps me know if you're present in the course or not, if you're engaged. Within the first couple of weeks, I do have to turn in a roster, and if you've done nothing, then I will assume that you are not here, and I'll send one message to you saying, dude, or, whoever you are out there, are you in the class still? If you don't respond, I'm just going to say, nope, drop them. If you say, hey, I had several life things happen and I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do the work yet, but I'm still here, keep me on the roster. Okay, I'll keep you there. But yeah, after that, I don't really check up on you guys at all as far as, are you attending? Since everything is kind of in a structured, scheduled manner, the expectation is that you are attending class by doing the work, okay? I will provide you guys several video lectures or video kind of tutorials. That should be a different term I use here, but tutorials to kind of walk you through the labs. And so, yeah, what you'll get is, like I said, tutorial, and then some information about what to do with the lab. And then I'm going to kind of save this. I'll show you on Canvas here in a minute. Let's kind of back up to this part for a second. It's better to explain it on Canvas as I'm looking at Canvas itself. But other notes just for your reference, there's 2 exams, okay? There's 2 exams. There are map labs, I'm calling them, kind of like the finality of this course. And I'm probably going to have you guys do 3, to be honest with you. So stuff that's a little bit different than what you've probably ever experienced, but all together valuable skills, I believe, for you. I wouldn't pick it if I didn't think so. As far as grades are concerned, it's A, B, C, D, or F. And yeah, broken down into the 90, 80, 70, 60 percentile kind of a thing. So the points you earn are the points you earn from your labs and your exams are the points that you take away from this course, are the grades you take away from this course, how things are divided out there. So special needs, and if you are in if you need an arrangement in your DSRC type of student, just email me privately and we will kind of work out what accommodations can be made. Again, since this is online asynchronous, it's a little bit different, but yeah, message me and I'll do what I can. Maybe it's giving you some extra time on a quiz or something like this. Not a problem. Okay, I do expect that the work you do is the work that you submit is your individual work, right? But that being said, I'm going to encourage collaboration, study groups, discussions, that type of thing amongst you guys. I mean, really, I strongly do. If we were in an in-person environment, I would say, sit with your partners, sit with your group, talk this out. I mean, really, why not? As long as it's kind of making sense that everybody is participating, everybody is getting. So I guess what I'm saying is that when it comes to the labs, I definitely want you guys to try to work together if you can. I mean, I know we're not sitting next to each other, so it's less likely to happen. But if you guys want to Zoom and talk about, hey, what kind of answers did you get here? Like, how did you work out these problems? That kind of thing. By all means, do it. Your exams are you won't know ahead of time what the questions are, so that's kind of different. Kind of a thing. Same with the labs that are related to like the map stuff. Yeah, those are more individual work. I guess what I'm trying to say is when you submit will be individual stuff. But as far as doing the labs, I'm more than fine with you guys working together. Okay. Take a look at some of these programs out at Chabot. There's several different ones. Puente, PACE. This is a PACE course, actually. So for a handful of you guys that are in PACE, yeah, you'll understand how this is valuable. So yeah, check this out. It's here for your information. I'm going to stop this part now. And let's talk about like going through some of these labs. What do you do, right? Notice that I've got my little office hour by appointment here. So say we do schedule a time and a date to meet up. Just come over here at that place at that time on your computer. Boom, click on this. We'll be in the same Zoom at the same place, same time. Okay. The way things are outlined, I've got every week is its own module. And so, yeah, every week is its own module. There are a few weeks, but those don't even come until late, well, about March. I'll give you guys 2 weeks to work on this contours lab. And I think down at the bottom here too, when it comes to the maps, I give you guys 2 weeks to finish the field lab and the final project lab. So most of them are 1 week per module per lab kind of a thing. And there's a handful of 2-weekers in here. Let's say you're jumping into this very first one here, right? Latitude, longitude. So what am I supposed to do? Well, what I want you to try every time, go to your first little page, the lessons and objectives. This will give you a quick little overview of what you need to be doing in this lab, right? So asynchronous, the quiz questions come from pages 11 and 12. And you're like, pages 11 of 12 of what? So let me back up and show you. I'm not going to do the videos yet. Let me show you the PDF here. Okay. So this is what I meant when I was saying that I've scanned a lab book, kind of broken it out into pieces, and I'm going to give it to you week by week, assignment by assignment kind of a thing. So yeah, this one in particular has a lot of kind of starting off practice questions. By all means, you're welcome to kind of work through these because it helps you learn the concepts. But as far as like this lab, the only thing you need to submit are pages 11 right here, 11 and 12. Okay. So let me back up, and because you're asking yourself, well, how do I know what to do, right? Where do you teach us how to do this? Let me back up again. And you could watch, what I've done is I've tried to put little videos, little tutorials for each lab. So if you click on this link here, you can watch, I've put little videos, and they're actually embedded right on the page, but you can watch the little videos, or you could go to YouTube and watch them. Lat long theory, and then here we go, adding and subtracting coordinates, converting decimals to minutes and seconds. They're short, they're meant to be kind of bites where, you know, you can watch it maybe a few different times and then go back if, you know, or then kind of do the work in real time. But the way that I expect you to complete a lab, like labs 1, 2, 3, really the first 4 labs, okay, the first 4 labs, you're going to come in and you're going to, from the PDF, most people will print the PDF out, like this lat long PDF. They'll print this document out here. They'll do the work on, and I really think you should do it with a pencil, okay? They'll do the work with a pencil on the paper and kind of work through it. So, you know, there's going to be times where they're going to make mistakes because there's some math involved in the first couple weeks here, like some simple mathematics, simple arithmetic, adding, subtracting, that kind of thing. But yeah, you're going to fill out on the piece of paper, and then I don't want you to submit the paper itself to me. What I want you to do is go into right here where it says quiz 1. And so in quiz 1, let me open this up. And you will have, so you will use the identical questions from pages 11 and 12 of the lab manual, okay? I encourage you guys to go through the lab manual first, and then you could easily input the answers here. And there's a couple questions that are different, obviously, because I had to change what I went through in the tutorial with you. But you should be able to do them after you've gone through and worked out the paper. The paper should be the exact same questions. I'll show you real quick if I go to preview. So when you look at, it'll look something like this, right? And I give you guys 3 hours, but really it should take you 10 minutes if you've already done the paper portion of this. Don't just go into the quiz without doing anything else. That will not be good. But yeah, so like, for example, this first one, 1802 minus 1427. that should be the exact same question as the first question on your paper lab, okay? So after you figured out what the answer is on the paper, you should be able to come over here and choose from one of these multiple choice, which one is, closest to, and again, some of them might not be exact to what you have calculated, but choose the one that's the closest to your answer, okay? Choose the closest to your answer. So that's how this is going to work. I mean, at least for the first month and a half, we will get into some of the labs. This course is definitely unique in the way that you're going to work through it, because we will get into some of the labs where you will be submitting documents, but that's not until lab 5, 6, etc. type of thing. Okay, when it's time for an exam, you will have 1 week. So our first exam is on the 21st of February, and you will have 1 week to finish, not finish the exam, but you will have 1 week to have the exam will be available to you for an entire week. I guess that's the best way I can put this. And what I mean is that it'll open on this date. The window will open on this date, and then basically you could do it on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, whatever, up until the 26th. If you want to do it on the 26th, you can do it on the 26th. But yeah, when you go into the midterm exam, so like, for example, let me first go to this guide, and I try to give you a brief message about what to expect. Now, the types of questions are the same exact type of questions that you've seen. Now, hint there, type of questions, not the questions themselves. They're not the exact same questions like you just worked on the pieces of paper. I don't have any paper. I don't have any PDFs ahead of time for you to work through for your midterm exam. In this case, you should know how to do the work. You should know how to do, like in this one, it's kind of starting out with math. So you should know how to do that. And when you go into your midterm exam, you will have 3 hours to complete all of these items. So yeah, I mean, you're probably going to want to say, oh, let me write this stuff on a piece of paper as I'm doing the exam. I mean, that's fine. But yeah, that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, 20 questions for the first exam. Now, these are all brand new questions, right? These are questions you've never seen before, just so you know. Okay, so as we're looking at this, as the course continues and continues, like I said, you'll get into all the map stuff kind of at the tail end after you finish the second exam, and then you will get into the map related work. And I at least have two labs built into this, but I'm going to try to throw in a third. So you'll end the course with 10 labs, some of them a little bit denser than others, some of them easier than others. That's how this kind of course works out. So wrapping up here, remember, always go through, look at your objectives page, watch all the videos. If you've got a PDF in the lab, make sure, I recommend you print it, use a pencil, fill out the answers. Ask me questions if you need to, that's fine. And then once you've synced up and you've finished all of these first kind of 3 menu items, then go in, take your quiz. After you submit your quiz, you're done. Okay, that's like you submitting your lab. Do your quiz, it'll give you the points, boom, you're done. Okay, you don't have to hand over the paper to me, you don't have to email it to me or anything like that until we get to labs 5 and 6. Those are paper that you then submit to me. But we'll cross that bridge on the 6th of March when we get there, okay? I think that's all. Thanks very much for watching this and being in the course. I hope you guys, God, that sounds brutal. I hope you guys enjoy and have a great semester. And yeah, don't be strangers. If you need help, reach out to me. I will do my best to be available, all right? Good luck, and yeah, take care. Bye for now.